Hey everyone, today I have a monsters deck for you guys. This is the latest deck that I've put together. With this deck, we're going for a potential of a triple Koshchey. However, I'm going to show you some other possibilities that we can also work through with our combination of cards here. So the name of the deck is Force of Koshchey for that reason, because we can hit a triple Koshchey. So the leader ability we're rolling with here is Fruits. So the way this works is basically we can continue to spawn one of these Gurnakora's fruits on our side of the field if we don't control one at the beginning of our turn. So we have that as the leader ability. We have Crystal Skull here that we can drop onto Idoran in the first round. And since we're already talking about Idoran, we can discuss the synergies relating to this card. So obviously the way Idoran works is that he's going to continue to spawn a 1-power copy of any unit that we spawn onto the field, right? So there's a good synergy in this monsters deck with Idoran, as our leader ability allows us to spawn. So basically having Idoran on the field already, using our leader ability will allow us to spawn 2 fruits onto our side of the field. As well as that, Koshchey here is a card which spawns Endrega Lava and also drones. So having Koshchey down and Idoran will also cause that combination of spawning to occur. In addition to that, we also have Caranthir. So Caranthir on deploy, he spawns a 1-power base copy of a monster from our hand to the row. So say if we wanted to hit a triple Koshchey, we could drop Idoran first and then we Caranthir into Koshchey. That way Idoran spawns a 1-power Koshchey, Caranthir spawns a copy of Koshchey, and then we can even drop Koshchey after that to activate the other Koshcheys. So that's how we can get a triple Koshchey there. So other targets that we have that we might want to go for a triple for, or even a double, whatever we're feeling with. Even if we just want to play say Caranthir here and Idoran onto the Beast, that's quite a good idea too. The Beast is a lot of great value, guys. It's a unit which continues to climb to the top until it becomes the highest power unit on the battlefield. I mean, you can imagine how much value that's going to give us at 7 provision cost, considering how high its power will climb over time, especially when you're coming up against some monsters decks like V or even Northern Realms at this time. They've got quite a lot of boosting going on too, so this is going to give us a lot of solid value, the Beast here. So you might even wish to consider the Beast as a target, having Idoran down in the field and then Caranthir into the Beast. That will give you 2 beasts on the field, and then you can keep one in your hand for a later round, however you feel. So that's kind of the main thing about this deck, being the Force of Koshchey. We're looking to use Koshchey as a strong card to work off that Thrive, get a lot of boosting going on. We've got a lot of cards that are great for value and can allow us to continue to trigger Thrives throughout the match. So Cave Troll here, I've got Cave Troll here just for a bit of protection for Koshchey, for the Beast, Idoran, etc. if we want to go about it that way. Other than that, this is an interesting card you may not see played too often these days. So on deploy, it's going to damage a random ally unit by 3, right? And if there's no allies, it's going to damage itself by 5. So we can take a lot of advantage with this card with our leader ability. Obviously, having being able to spawn a fruits on our side of the field, we can just spawn that, drop this card down. It will destroy the fruits, which is just a 1-power unit, and then we're having this 10-power unit on the board at 7 provision cost. So that's great for value, guys. 7 for 10 is great for value. And not only that, there's a lot of other cards in this deck here that are excellent for value. So in addition to Puga, I mean Goliath, he's pretty good too. 8 for 10. Also we have the Ghoul here. So the Ghoul is a 6 provision cost card, but consuming these bronze units down here will allow us to get a lot of value out of that, because this is a 5 for 8, right? So this is an 8 power card, yeah? So the Ghoul, he sits at 2 power to begin with, but deploying him onto the melee row allows you to consume our bronze units. So then, for example, we could get the Ghoul up to 10, say if we want to consume a Griffin, right? So that's excellent value. And the way we set up the Ghouls, guys, is we would definitely like to, in the first round, we play this card here, the Kikimor Worker. So that's a 5 provision cost card at 7 power. So the Ghoul consuming this, that will play the Ghoul for 9. In addition to that, we've also got the Noonwraith here. 6 power, consuming that will play the Ghoul for 8. So basically the way you want to play this is that in the first round, we want to play our Noonwraiths, in particularly the Griffins, because they're so high powered for us, to set up the Ghouls for the later rounds. That's basically what we want to do. The way I'd like to open up this deck, guys, is I'd like to open up with Idoran, and then what I do with Idoran is I veil him initially, and then I spawn the fruits, those fruits leader abilities that we saw here. So we spawn the fruits with Idoran on the field, that gives us 2 fruits, and in addition to that, we spawn all of these kinds of cards that we have, all the other spawning cards. So we've got then Draga Lavas we can spawn multiple copies of. We've also got here Neckers. So we can get some huge points going on. Say if we were to have Idoran on the field, in the first veil him, he doesn't get removed, and we just use all our Neckers, all our Endrega Lavas. We got so many Thrive units on the board, and just dropping something like the Wild Hunt Rider down, it's pretty much going to get us some real sick value. So the best way that this deck will operate is we'd like to win the first, and because we have so many high powered units, it's difficult for most decks to contend with that in short rounds. So best case scenario is that we win the first and finish the opponent off in the second, if not bleed them, finish them off in the third. We can have a go at kind of a mid-length long round, if you'd like to call it that, but from what I found, this deck does perform best in the shorter rounds, so it's the best way to go about it like that. So you may wish to consider that. So this deck has gotten me to rank 2 so far after getting dropped to rank 3. So I have had some success with it, and the win ratio is going to be very dependent upon, say, if basically you're able to win the first round or not. So keep that in mind, guys. If you can win the first, you probably got a real good chance of winning the game, but if you lose it, it's not good. Worst case scenario is that we go into a very long final round. So don't be afraid to commit to the first and put the pressure on your opponents. So this was a deck that I've put together for one of my subscribers that reached out to me, one of my viewers. So I really hope you guys enjoy this deck. Any feedback you got, let me know in the comments down below. Let me know how you go with it. And let's get into the matches right now, guys. Alright, so we got Skellige here.
Wait, you're serious?
Okay, so they're going first. So remember, we want to win round 1, guys. That's kind of our aim here. We're hoping to win round 1. So we don't want to go too gold heavy in our opening hand, so we can flick the Cave Troll. The Ghoul, we're keeping the Ghoul for the later rounds, as we said, because he's going to get very good value off of our Kikimor Workers, Griffins, and Noonwraiths. So the Ghoul's not needed for the first either. So let's flick that, and let's see how we go here. So we're going to look to use our leader ability to open up, and then we're going to drop Pugo down here. So it's just a 10-point slam, pretty good for us to open up. Our opponent's taking a bit of time here. Okay, excellent. So check it out, guys. We got fruits. Drop the fruits down. And this guy can munch on them.
Why won't inside open and outside go squishy?
Nice, 10 points just like that.
I'll smash your mug! Show the fight, you bastard!
Okay. Let's have a look here now. At this stage, guys, let's go fruits again. Let's drop our neckers down now. We want to get our thrives going, right? So next we're going to look to drop Griffin down onto this, because we can keep spawning this with our leader ability every time, as long as we don't have it already.
If I go down, I'm taking you with me.
Okay, it's pretty good for them. Okay. Well, in this case, actually, it's important for us to keep dominance because we've got the Wild Hunt Riders. So I think I'm going to drop that now instead. I'm going to go like that. Okay, that's good that he hit that because we can eat that now. Nice. I may commit the beast here just to make sure we get this first.
Music marries cultures.
More neckers.
Talk to one another.
Alright, so you can imagine if we had Idoran here, guys, all this spawning that we've got going on in our deck, it's a very good synergy to have. I mean, there's been times when I've opened up with so many Thrive units with Idoran, so it's good to have that. Alzor, wow. Alright guys, let's drop the beast. Let's try to push for this. Let's try to get this, guys. They're committing pretty hard too, dropping this down, so let's see. Wow. Using leader ability.
Green, not yellow.
That's interesting spawn. What shall we do here now? I wonder how we should play, guys. I think I'm gonna have to pass here, eh? Okay. Well, they've used leader ability. They've got Alzor out. It's not the best case scenario for us, but let's see what we can come up with. So I'm pretty much guessing they're just gonna drive past here. So into the, if we go into long rounds, we want to make sure we don't keep too many of the lava or any of like that, of those kinds of cards, taking them in, because obviously we're going to get row clogged with Koshchey and all those kinds of cards we've got spawning units. So really make sure like Wild Hunt Riders or these Endrega Lava or the Neckers, we use them in the first and don't use them again further on after that. We just really want to go into the end with Ghoul and all these other high powered units. Okay, so they're pushing here. That's probably better for us.
Listen to me sing, damn it.
Okay. So in that case, let's punish the bleed they're trying to do to us now, so we can keep pushing on, and it's going to be more advantageous for that. Like for us, it's going to be more advantageous having shorter rounds, because as I said, look at the power of the units we're carrying here, 10 power units, 7s. So let's go about it like that, right? Okay, let's drop the Arch Griffin. I don't think it's in their best interest to bleed us. It probably works to our favor more. What does this pull out? Caranthir, isn't it? Or... Ah, damn it, man. Oh my gosh, what a waste of a card, hey. Okay, so what do we got here then? Let's see, hey. Let's go like this. So what do we got here? Okay, so we've got a good target here for Ghoul. Ghoul will play for 10 points onto the Griffin, as I explained in the deck guide earlier. But we want to hold that off right now. We don't know how far we're going to get pushed into the round here, so let's just play modestly. Let's go over Dune Wraith. Just stay ahead on points.
Beneath the sun.
Alright. Now, since we're ahead on points, right, and we're still putting pressure on the bleed, we have a lava here, so it makes sense to play it. We're still ahead, so they still have to play another card anyway. So let's set that up, right? So this is just looking good for us so far. We can drop Koshchey now if we want, because he activates on Adrenaline 4, spawning Endrega Lavas. So let's see how we go. Okay. Koshchey could work good with Idoran though, if we're gonna go that far. Yeah. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna hold on to Koshchey for the next round, I believe. So we have enough units on the board anyway. Let's go like this. So it's looking good for us, right? So far, so good. We got a lot of advantage, guys, in these shorter rounds. I mean, great for value cards. 5 for 8s with the Griffins. Even with these Kikimo workers, 5 for 7. Excellent value in the monsters package. Pressure's looking good, guys. Wow, guys, excellent pressure. our opponent's passing a card down, and it's going to be a short round the next, and we're a card up, guys. That's fantastic. Let's just take this. Let's go straight into the next. What would be sick is if we can get Edoran down now to work with Koshchey. I mean, we'll get some very good spawning synergies if we can do that. I'd like to show you guys that. Oh, excellent. Oh, and even a cave troll. Beautiful, beautiful, guys. Let's have a look here. Ghoul would be good to pick now. We may flick Kiki more worker. Don't need that. Oh, okay, well, heat wave's not bad either. So, in this situation, let's go ahead and get the cave troll down. And the reason I'm not playing fruits now is because I'm going to drop Edoran down and then I'm going to play fruits, so it's going to give us an extra one.
Is that a challenge?
Okay. So the way we do that is like this, guys. Edoran goes down. Now you'll see what I was talking about. We can spawn 2 fruits. I'm gonna look to put them up here because we have to be careful of getting row clogged here because we've got Edoran and Koshchey. So let's spawn the fruits up here. Oh, sorry, 1 fruit will go up there and 1 fruit will go on Edoran's side. So yeah, let's do it like that so we don't get row clogged. So we've got to be careful of that with this deck. So Koshchey will come next because he's Adrenaline 4, and then we just want to play all our big units out and get some excellent boosting going on. That probably works to our advantage with all the Thrive units we're going to have. Okay, so Koshchey goes here under the protection of the defender. Excellent. Alzur again. Oh, guys. Yo, that's why we keep the heat wave handy in this deck. Sorry, my friend Alzur. See you next time. See you next time, bud. Oh, guys, my people. What did I tell you about this deck? How it operates? It operates under pressure. Look at the pressure we can apply with this deck, my peeps. Wow, guys, that was great. So yeah, let's recap that, right? See our opponent, they're pressuring hard in the first, and you know, they should have went into a long round 3, but they didn't, and they actually went into what works better for us, which is shorter rounds. I don't know why they chose that, but anyway, that worked out for us very well. So yeah, you can see there's a great synergy there between Koshchey and Edoran. They can spawn units together, even though we didn't get Caranthir out and going. So, hey guys, 1 game down. Now let's get into another game right now. Okay, so versus Nilfgaard here, lockdown.
Not in epochs, eras, eons.
Okay, so we can't use fruits. This is going to be interesting. I think Edoran's just pretty much going to get taken out if I play him first round. This is going to be interesting to see how we open up here, guys, without fruits. Okay, we've got a Nero at least.
This one's got spirit.
Okay. So let's go with Neckers. And since we don't have fruits, we're just going to drop this guy here to destroy one of them. Still gets us good value. Not as optimal as using fruits for him, but that's what we got to kind of do in these circumstances. So let's go like this.
Pretty name.
He's locking that. Okay. So when you see that, you got to ask yourself, why would he be locking this, right? The only thing I can think of, if he's wishing to destroy it because it's got a status now, and he wants to use Vincent on it or something like that, or the other card which destroys a locked unit, forget its name. Anyway, let's play on. Just good to think ahead, guys, with what to expect. Okay, so he's kind of climbing with this, isn't he? So we want to keep dominance for the Wild Hunt Rider. We don't want to risk that getting taken out. Let's just play the Griffin. So even if this gets taken out for some reason, we still got dominance compared to them right now. Ah, that's why I used the boost thing. Okay, let's go. Nice. Not bad. Let's go 7. Are they going to pass now? We can just drop Goliath here and make up for the point difference. Okay, that's a good card to get out of him at least.
Your name, young man, demands you be cursed into an urchin.
Everyone has their secrets. Everyone.
Yeah, quite a lot of boosting going on, isn't it? I'm not sure how far we can make it here, guys. I think we're going to have to pass here. Not optimal for us with our strategy for this deck. Well, at least we got Idoran and Koshchey. That's a pretty good combo still. Yeah, they're looking for a long round, of course. They're running a simulate, some kind of a simulate style there, so... yeah, we don't want our Neckers, and we don't want our Dreger Lava at this point. So we can throw those out. Noon Wraith's decent. Be best to have the Beast or Karanthe here. Don't really need Parasite. Okay, so let's look to set up Idoran with Koshchey and Corinth here, perhaps. Can try that out. Okay, let's start off. Let's start off here. Idoran, Koshchey. So every time Koshchey's gonna spawn a lava or a drone, Idoran will be spawning something too.
Never snip from the master's table. Never.
Okay, so he's purified that. Probably gonna run scenario, isn't he, if he's doing something like that. Let's just keep playing kind of modestly for now. Just go like this.
Dance with me, my darling, dance.
Nausicaa! Charge!
So we want to kind of time our play of cards right here. We're on 7 cards. Koshchey starts activating Endriga Lava on Adrenaline 4. So let's keep that in mind as we play on. We may go. We can start doing it now as well. I just don't know how this is going to stick. I'm expecting this to get locked pretty much right away. Unfortunately, we don't have cover from defender, see? Yeah, that's a problem, isn't it? Okay. Let's go Corinthia here then. Nice. Masquerade Ball, okay, well we got Heat Wave for that.
It's unbecoming.
We may still have a chance here, even though we don't have Idoran going.
Enough! Let us finish this. Go on, Enkazer!
Okay, so now it's going to start spawning and trigger lava because we're within Adrenaline 4. Let's see how we finish up. This is such a strong play, isn't it? Far out. And on top of that, they've got a scenario as well. Masquerade Ball.
Knock them into submission.
Just taking that out. Nice. So you can imagine if Idoran's up and running, we'd have a crap load of these lava right now.
Drinking can be hazardous to your health.
Okay. Let's drop the Ghoul. Now check it out, Ghoul's gonna play for 10. Look at this. Wow, that's great, guys. Look at that. That's great. Well, he could only spawn 1 because the row's full. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay. Ah, look at that, guys. Vincent, there he is. Oh, no way. Well, it was a close margin, right? Guys, we just lost that one, right? What can you do? 9-point difference, not huge. So look, this is my display of this deck for you all. I really hope you enjoyed this video that I've put together for you. If you've been watching my content for a while and you haven't subscribed, please consider doing that. It helps me to develop my channel further and help it grow more. As always, I really hope you're happy with the stuff that I'm producing. If you got any ideas for other things, just let me know. And if there's any kind of decks or any kind of plays you want me to come up with, just feel free to drop a comment and let me know what it is you're interested in. Yeah, hope you had fun watching this video and hope to chat to you all soon. Take care, guys. Peace.